deep in the backwoods of northern Ontario. 40 kilometers of trails to the nearest paved road. 2 years to get access to this spot in the middle of nowhere. Clearing a cabin spot, harvesting all the logs. And now, building our dream cabin. A safe haven, getaway, the ultimate hunt camp. To be self-reliant, not to survive, but to thrive. This is Holmes Boys Outdoors. The whirlwind of emotions that go through my mind when we're heading up to the property is not explainable. Nervous, anxious, excited. And then when we get to the driveway and we've passed the barriers, the trees down, the mud, the water, and we've made it to the driveway after all that, it makes it all worth it. But there's a moment of reflection. Somebody asked me once, why drive that far? Why do all that work? Why get attacked by black flies? Why do you go up during that time of year? Why do you put in that much time and effort into something that seems so miserable?
This is what the road looks like. Just soft.
What those types of people fail to understand is when you have a clear vision and dream in your head, everything between you and getting there doesn't matter. Things that you can obtain easy aren't worth doing. It's the process of us doing all of this work to have a final product, to have something we can be proud of and look at and use, passed down to generations after us. We let these moments teach us stuff. Persistence, hard work, what it looks like to push through barriers, find a problem and fix it. Teaches us how to be men. The ability to ignore bugs, weather, conditions you weren't expecting, and push through and accomplish, that's a gift in itself. The gratitude we have for this experience, words will never explain. Through those hard days and the suffering, when we're sitting around the fire, there's a joy and a sense of an accomplishment that some people will never feel. A pride that we pushed on and we got it done. Taking action and doing things that need to be done. We have a bunch of guys around us that do that.
All right, so we made it. All the center blocks are here. We pulled in with the trailer. Me and Kurt are gonna grab the log arch over here, get milling up some timbers for the cabin. We got a stack over here that we got to square out still. But yeah, so they're laying out. Josh and Ken are laying out the footings and stuff, and the dimensions, and seeing what we can get away with. So, but yeah, we're back at the property.
This one is.
Okay, what do we got going on here?
We're laying out. So we got our 20 by 30 foot layout. So
is the cabin gonna be 20 by 30?
With the porch.
So 10 foot
20
porch?
20 cabin with a 10-foot porch. And so that porch will end right here. So we got elevation change here. So we got to dig down about 1.5 1.5 at the back to match the elevation up here. And we're just guesstimating for now because we don't have a way to level it perfectly, but we'll do the final level up when Kurt's dad's here, when we actually place the foot in.
Sweet. So that's where the cabin spot's going to be. It's the flattest spot, right? So you don't have to do so much elevation on the front porch with piers.
Yeah, because originally it was going to overhang, which would have been fancy, but I don't want to try to dig through all that shit. It's going to be brutal. So we end up pushing it back, and it's a little bit easier to dig up there than down there.
Yeah, the ground's pretty rocky and stuff, right? Lots of stumps that we cut out.
Stumps, well, up here it's rocky.
Cool. Boys hard at work, eh?
A little bit.
So these are where all the footings are going to go. Got cinder blocks here. We're bringing concrete up in a couple weeks with rebar. Yeah, me and Craig are still over in here getting logs pulled out for the mount. Big boy. 16. Incher. Perfect. 12-inch. Okay, so we gotta lean in the opposite direction we want. So we're gonna have to stack some wedges in the back. We want her to fall into the bush there so we can skid the butt log out. Oh, she's holding on. Keep going. See you later. Woo! Drag it out of the way? Still recording. Doesn't, yeah, like Kurt was saying, doesn't it just feel weird that after everything, all the clearing and the trails and everything to get here, like you're digging holes for...
This is the fun stuff.
Yeah.
The clearing was a grind.
Do you think of how many people you've watched on YouTube do this, and now you're doing it and YouTubing it?
Yeah. True.
Well, it's a cool experience, like just the process. The fact that we filmed all the boring stuff, you know, we have those videos to look back on. But this is gonna be the real fun stuff.
Yeah, I love looking back at those videos. So.
I mean,
Even if no one else watches it,
we. But once there's a deck, once there's a floor, we gotta have a dinner on the on the floor.
The view just keeps getting better too, right? As
Yeah.
you go up.
So I'm like, just sitting here looking. We should definitely do something in that corner, right?
The big one.
That
Big
big one
ones,
in the
yeah.
back, and then
And-
elevate the small ones, or take
These 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out.
what the row?
The little ones there.
Really?
Yeah, because once
Not
you're
the
going to be
corner?
another 2 feet up, so that they're going to ruin your view.
Right.
And if you elevate them more, it looks.
Yeah.
Run out of paint. Well, what did we do there?
What happened?
Yeah, so string to string is
So if I hold my 1 foot right here, what are you at?
22.2. Close enough.
Yeah.
So that gives us an inch on either end. It's fine on 20 feet.
Yeah.
So this should be 22.2. String to string. 22.2.
Okay, that's perfect.
We're good. Alright, so I think we got her figured out now. So we got strings up for each side. So all the way around is string. So those all line up with the outside edge. These all line up with the outside edge. And then we got the center piers marked as well. So these should line up straight that way. And then these ones. And we got our grade close. It's going to be off a little bit, but we don't have the tools to measure for sure right now. But we're getting them close just to save a full day's worth of work here. But we just got 2 more to go.
I don't know what's inside of us that makes us want to do this. It's this innate ability to put yourself in a space to grow and learn and struggle and succeed and feel all these different emotions through hardship and work and sweat. To unlock these creative pathways built into our body, into our brain, into our minds that we don't get to use on a daily basis. Living in the city, having noise, having distractions, it all disappears when you're out in the woods. And yes, we're just building a cabin, but if you're very present with how you operate, you can feel these things. You can feel your creative sides coming to life. You can feel that accomplishment. You can feel that desire to be more connected with nature.
Obviously these ones have been dug a lot deeper because the ground naturally tapers forward there. I think we're looking pretty good. We checked square, measured corner to corner. We're off by 2 inches, which we're good with on a 20 by 30. Not too worried about that. Looking good.
Cold exposure has a way of humbling men. The initial feeling you get of cold exposure is your body in a shock and fear and surprise. But when you slow your breathing, you realize you feel alive. You feel there. You realize that it's good for your body. You can feel your mood change. You can feel the gratitude you have for the relief from the heat and bugs. And most of all, the mental strength it takes to stay in. Intentional discomfort is what builds your mind and your body. Going to the gym and pushing your muscles past their limit. Jumping in freezing cold water when every bone in your body says don't. That's how you become strong. Then, when you have hardship in life, it's just another day at the office.
You're alive. You're alive, boy.
Push your body and your mind and your spirit to their limits. and reap the reward and the gift that our Creator has for us.
Good stuff.
What bags can you usually get away with mixing at once?
2. And you remember, Kurt, if we add the right amount of water off the start, it makes it as easy as possible.
Okay, so a quick run around. I'm throwing all those logs here. Gonna mill them all up. Just got through those. Got the gas winch down here. Nigel flopped a bunch of big guys down the hill. He's getting them cut, the logs cut to length. We're gonna run a rope through that portable winch, through the block, down to there. We're gonna skid those logs up. They're going on the mill. All these cut off pieces, there's some usable pieces I put aside, that's all getting burnt. All these logs going on the mill.
So we're back on the hillside here, where we cut the view out last year. We got a couple logs remaining still, so salvage what we can. Got this guy here, just cut up a storm damaged tree that came down throughout the winter. So we're gonna see if we can get a nice 8-foot by 9-inch section out of this guy to skin up.
Okay, this is what we got so far. So we got some 6x6s, 6x4, 4x4s, and some 8x8s, which we're gonna use for the main beams that are gonna hold the floor of the cabin.
So, yeah, this corner here is bang on.
One for everyone at camp.
Not a bad run there. We're gonna have good dinners. Morning, day 2. So we got a ton done yesterday. Show you here. We got all these cut. Okay. Got all these logs to do today. Foundations laid. So we're gonna start notching beams today for the floor. And yeah, it's still buggy. It's supposed to be a bit breezy today, so hopefully they move out. But right now, she's a wee bit buggy. So. What do we got going on here, boys?
Quick deck build.
A viewing platform?
Yeah.
On each side of those?
You good there, Nigel? Or you need to go in more?
I'll go in a bit more, but you can always just hammer it in. You want to do this one level and then put yours in?
The boys had finished the foundation and needed something to do. They started with a spontaneous deck build, a viewing platform for the sunset and those beautiful fall colors to come.
Left a little bit on our logs in length, so if we needed 10 foot 3 inches, we left give or take 3 to 6 inches that we can use to square up the ends. So I'm just scribing out because this end is not flat, it's tapered, so we're squaring up the ends and getting all that sorted. So doing a little bit of math, but I need a 10 foot 3 inch beam with a 6 inch notch in the end. So that's what I'm doing right now. So this here, if you can see this line, that's all waste. We're going to use that to square up the end. And if we come down here, okay, we made our cut in. at 3 1/4 or 3 3/4, sorry. This is our 6-inch overhang for lapping. This is that's junk, that's junk, that's junk, so we're gonna be left with this. Well, what do you think?
First beam's up. Big old 8x8.
Coming along.
Just one notch on this one.
The guys are down the hill skidding logs up. I've run out of 8x8, so I gotta get those logs on the mill.
Charring the timbers prevents insects from boring in and also keeps the timbers from rotting over time. We've chosen this method for aesthetics, but also the longevity of this cabin.
Okay, we got 2 more timbers. We need 2 10-footers with a 6 and a 4-inch notch cut out of each end. So 2 more, baby, and then we're there. Then we can just use the rest of the logs and cut 6x6 posts. We're doing a post frame construction here, so all the loads will be transferred down onto the footings through the posts. Like a glove. to head home. Got a lot done. It was a very eventful weekend. Got a deck built. Got a bunch of lumber milled up. And we got our 3 main beams set for our cabin and our foundation. So that's a 20 by 30 footprint. The Woodland Mills log arch worked awesome. And that's how we got all these logs out of the bush with the ATV. So let me open this view up a little bit more. Just keeps getting better. So till next time, hope you enjoyed episode 1.